Let's say tutoring was not available by any company. Would the education system currently as we are be able to handle what students needed?
Definitely not. We're seeing that now. I don't mean to be flippant about it, but what we're experiencing right now in many countries around the world, and we've started to see it in the US, but we're seeing it more so in other countries like the UK and Canada, where governments are stepping in to support their education systems, making significant amounts of money available to the school boards and school systems for them to spend on supplemental education because they know they can't handle it themselves.
I'm getting chills, Frank. I'm getting chills because everything is business driven. You can't have a business without revenue and profits coming in. But what kind of business is it that's not making a difference for the world? And what you guys do is better our future.
Yeah, there's no question. The unfortunate part is that, it's kind of come to this because there is a little bit of there's certainly a lot of urgency on the parts of, lawmakers and decision makers to address this as a significant challenge and actually, just a threat to the growth of various nations around the world. As I said a few minutes ago, a lot of it has been brought on because of what we faced throughout the COVID pandemic. Students are way behind where they ought to be. On average, through the pandemic, students have fallen about 5 months behind in math and more than 6 months behind in reading. It takes years to make that up, and finding ways to fast track that has become a priority because on top of the educational hit that students are taking, there's a tremendous emotional toll that goes right along with it. Layered on top of the education crisis, and I'll call it a crisis, you've got parents that are facing a huge swath of problems themselves. They've had to learn how to support their students. They are facing job losses, massive inflation, all kinds of challenges going on in the household as they try to spend a significant amount of time that they never really thought of spending before helping their kids. Households have literally been turned upside down, and that also takes a tremendous emotional toll on students and their mental well-being.